Listening for Wisdom, a Christian meditation. Simple wisdom for rest and peace. Chapter 1. The Beginning of Wisdom. All wisdom comes from the Lord. It belongs to Him alone, and it has always been with Him from the beginning of all things. Before anything was formed, wisdom was already present with God, not as something created, but as something eternally in His presence. No human mind can measure wisdom fully. It is like trying to count every grain of sand on every shore, or every drop of rain that has ever fallen. Even if a person spent their whole life trying, they would never reach its end. Wisdom is older than the world itself. It does not grow with time. Rather, time itself moves within God's wisdom. God is its source, its keeper, and its giver. He holds wisdom. He sees it. He understands it completely. And He gives it generously to those He created. To those who love Him, He gives even more understanding, not because they have earned it, but because He is kind. So the beginning of wisdom is this: fear the Lord, honor Him deeply, take Him seriously in your heart. Respect Him in your thoughts and in your decisions. This is not fear that runs away. It is a reverence that stays quiet, steady, and trusting. And this is where wisdom begins. When a person starts here, life does not become instantly easy, but it becomes clearer. Confusion loses its grip. The heart becomes calmer. The mind learns to slow down instead of rushing ahead. Wisdom brings quiet rest. It is like a steady hand guiding a person along a narrow path. A divided heart is unstable. A steady heart is strong. Respect the Lord, and wisdom will teach you self-control. A quick temper leads to trouble, but patience creates space to think before acting. Wise people learn timing, when to speak, and when silence is wiser than words. Pride lifts a person for a moment, but later it becomes the reason for their fall. Humility, though quiet, keeps a person safely grounded. Even so, following God does not remove difficulty. There will be uncertainty, testing, and waiting, but these moments are not wasted. They shape the heart like fire refines gold, removing what is weak and revealing what is true. So do not be afraid in difficulty. God sees and is near. He hears. He understands. He shows mercy to those who trust Him. And when one truth is learned here, it leads to the next there. So, choose wisely. Chapter 2. The Path of the Heart. Life is a path made up of choices, and every one shape its direction. Some gently lead into peace. Others pull the heart away from it, little by little. A divided heart is shaky because it tries to live in two directions at once: truth and selfish desire, letting go and taking control. Over time, this inner conflict weakens the soul, but a unified heart becomes firmly fixed and sturdy. This is a man's strength. Do not mindlessly follow the crowd. Large groups moving together do not guarantee the right direction. Truth is not decided by numbers. What seems right to many can still be wrong. Some paths look easy at the beginning, but reveal harm later. Wisdom learns to turn away from wrong early, before it becomes difficult to escape. One of these being chasing too many things at once. It leads to a scattered life. The heart becomes restless and unsettled. But a simple and honest life, though often unnoticed, carries a quiet strength and lasting peace. True wisdom does not always belong to the powerful or the seen. Often it belongs to the humble, and in time it lifts them up. Like the honeybee, small and easily missed, yet carrying something sweet that many depend on. So do not judge by appearance. What is small or overlooked can still have great value. And in that, God gives every person the ability to choose. He sees every step, even the small ones. Nothing is hidden. Nothing is random. So, walk carefully. Life is not only movement, it is direction. And a wise person remembers to choose well. Chapter 3. Gentle words and faithful friends. Friendship is powerful. It can either build a life or slowly weaken it. So also choose carefully who you walk closely beside. Some people seem committed in easy times, but disappear in hardship. Others remain only when it benefits them. True friendship is revealed over the span of time. A true friend is rare. They stay in joy and in struggle. They are like a shelter in a storm, steady in deed and faithful in word. Words themselves are just as powerful. They carry weight beyond their sound. Words can also build trust or destroy it. They can create peace or bring harm. So speak carefully. Do not lie. Do not spread hurt. Do not use your words carelessly. Remember this also. Sometimes silence is wiser than speech. A calm tongue is greater than a loud voice because it is guided by thought and not emotion. Treat people with thoughtful kindness. Do not ignore those in pain or look down on the weak. Every person has value. In time, a person is not known by what they claim, but how they live. A steady, honest life produces peace wherever it goes, and this God sees because He is near. Chapter 4. A Content Life. Desires grow gradually within a person, like vines in a garden. If they are not guided, they begin to rule the heart. So welcome discipline and practice self-control. Greed never says enough. It always wants more and never finds rest. Pride also takes root in the heart, slowly changing how a person measures life. It tips the scale, lifting up the self and lowering others. But wisdom restores balance. A thankful heart sees what it already has. A generous heart gives when it is able. Together they form a life not ruled by excess or emptiness. A disciplined life produces both gratitude and kindness. Honor comes easily after these. Do not chase praise just to be seen. Do not live for attention. A life built on approval from others will not stand firm. True worth is found in humility, honesty, and a steady character, which God rewards with joy. His joy strengthens the heart, and this kindness shines through men. From this, inward peace grows like a well-kept garden, and outward stability naturally flows. A simple life with quiet gladness is better than a rich life filled with constant worry. Many chase what does not last, only to lose what truly matters. And the wise remember, respect the Lord. Choose wisely. Chapter 5. God is near. God sees all things. Nothing is hidden from him, not actions, thoughts, or intentions. Every moment of life is open before him. Look at his creation. The sun rises and sets in order. The moon follows its path without fail. The stars remain in their place. The wind moves where it will. The sea rises and falls. The rain comes in its season. Even snow, thunder, and the rainbow speak of his power and declare his wisdom. Everything is held together by him. Nothing exists outside of his care or command. God is not distant. He placed a sense of him in the heart, so people could seek him and learn what is right. He is near to every person, strong and weak, known and forgotten. He gives life. He gives strength. He gives understanding. He judges fairly, but he also shows kindness. He sees every act of goodness and remembers it. He hears the cries of the hurting and does not ignore it, paying back the ones who harm. He acts and moves through the ages, yet life is short. Time passes and strength fades away. So while there is time, choose wisely. Turn from harm, walk in goodness, and remember, God always sees and is always near. Chapter 6. Wisdom from those before us. Let us look back at those who came before us. In every generation, God has been at work. Some were kings who ruled with strength. Some were advisors who gave wisdom. Some were messengers who spoke God's truth. Some were teachers, musicians, and servants in their time. Each had a place in God's plan. Some are remembered, and others are forgotten by man. But those who did good are never truly gone. God remembers them. Their lives left a mark, and their family line continued. And through them all runs one truth: God remains faithful. Enoch walked with God and pleased him. Noah obeyed when the world turned away, and life was saved through him. Abraham trusted God even without knowing the path ahead, and through him a promise was given to bless the nations. That promise continued through Isaac and Jacob. And from Jacob came the tribes of Israel. From them, Moses was raised up to lead the people out of slavery and receive God's law. Aaron served as a priest before God. Phinehas showed courage and faithfulness and was given a lasting promise. Joshua led the people into the land, and Caleb stayed faithful when others doubted. The judges turned the people back when they strayed. Samuel led with prayer and honesty. Nathan spoke truth in David's time. David began as a shepherd, yet became king. He fought giants, ruled with strength, failed at times, but returned to God with repentance. Solomon began in wisdom, but later turned away, showing that wisdom must be kept. Elijah stood for truth when many turned away. Elisha continued the work in mighty power, signs, and wonders. Hezekiah trusted God in crisis. Isaiah brought warning and hope. Josiah brought back worship. The prophets spoke during exile and hardship. After exile, leaders rebuilt what was broken. Through all generations, the message remains. Those who respect the Lord find wisdom. Those who trust him are guided. And those who walk with him leave a lasting mark. Chapter 7. walking in wisdom. A wise life is not complicated, but it is intentional. Respect the Lord in every decision. Choose honesty over deception. Choose peace over conflict. Choose humility over pride. Be careful with words. They can heal or harm. Be faithful in friendship. Be slow to anger and quick to forgive. Do not hold on to revenge. Let it go. Help others when you can. Live with gratitude and practice self-control. Joy strengthens the heart. Peace gives stability. Kindness brings light. Above all, remember this: God is near. He sees you and He knows you. Nothing in your life is hidden from Him. So, walk with wisdom, not only for a moment, but for your whole life. Because wisdom does not begin with man. It begins with the Lord and returns to Him again.